Got my hands on a Motorola Droid Turbo 2. This is the shatterproof phone from Motorola. It's a pretty large phone, about the same size as my Note 5. I do durability tests on all the major smartphones, scratch tests, bin tests, extreme heat tests, all of which can relate to everyday life. Let's start with the scratch tests. I have a set of pics that let me know where the screen falls on Mohs scale of hardness. Now, the screen on the Droid Turbo 2 is actually made up of 5 different layers, and I'll cover these more in depth in just a second. A level 2 pic did nothing because it is basically plastic against plastic, but a level 3 pic left some very noticeable marks on the phone. For reference, most phones like the Samsung, or even the rest of the Motorola lineup, have Gorilla Glass screens, and they end up being a 5 or a 6 on Mohs scale. This phone is about a 2.5. Obviously, a razor blade will cause some major damage to this screen. Even keys and coins will scuff it up. So by having a shatterproof screen, it definitely compromises quite a bit when it comes to scratch-proofness. It scratches fairly easily. Luckily, the rear camera is scratch resistant though. I can take my razor blade, which is about a 5 or a 6 on Mohs scale, and it'll leave no mark on the lens. That's good news for the photography people out there. Hit that thumbs up for the camera lens durability. The back panel feels like tough braided nylon. You see the razor blade can slice through the fibers, but keys and coins won't do much to mark up the back layer. It feels quality and solid, so there isn't much to worry about there. Plus, the back panels are replaceable. Onto the burn test. We get to see how the screen handles when extreme heat is applied to the surface. Most screens do survive this test, but this particular phone did not. I imagine that it has something to do with the plastic flexible AMOLED panel inside. The heat melts the pixels in such a way that they do not recover like they do on a regular AMOLED panel. You can see that even when the screen is turned off, the white melted mark from the flame is still visible. Let's jump into the bin test before I talk about the screen layers. If I can snap this thing in half, it'll be much easier to show all the layers at once. Unfortunately though, this phone is much stronger than I am. It does flex quite a bit more than your normal phone, and I was nervous about it snapping for a second, but it locks out and does not break or snap. Very solid device. Now let's talk about the 5 layers of the screen. On the bottom we have the aluminum chassis. Right above that we have the flexible plastic AMOLED display. The third layer, the digitizer layer, is also made of flexible plastic. The fourth layer is the internal clear polycarbonate lens, and the fifth layer, the one we've been dealing with, is the exterior acrylic polycarbonate lens that they claim is actually scratch resistant. It's interesting to me that they would even attempt to call it scratch resistant at all. What you see me removing here is the fifth outermost layer. It is basically just a glorified thick plastic screen protector, which is easily replaceable and can be ordered from Motorola's website for about $30. I'll link that in the video description. You can see that the plastic edges of the phone are raised up just a little to accommodate the thick top layer. So the good news is that if you ever need to replace your scratch or dented top layer, you can relatively easily. So is this the phone that will put screen repair shops out of business? I don't think so. I imagine that this phone will fit a niche market of devoted, dedicated, die-hard users, but I think that most people, including myself, will choose a premium-feeling, scratch-resistant glass screen over a shatterproof, very scratchable plastic lens. Also, even though the plastic lens of the Droid Turbo is shatterproof, the LCD itself under the shatterproof lens can still be damaged from drops or hard hits. Watch TechRax's Turbo 2 video to see what I'm talking about. Thanks a ton for watching. Check out my other smartphone durability videos. I have quite a few. And follow me on Instagram at ZachsJerryRig. Hope to see you around.